Good morning. A wet, cold January day here. Came out this morning to work on the garage and realized I think this is going to be my last video of it. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot to do. There's a mess of screws to be sorted, nails to be sized out, but I don't think that makes good content. So I'm going to finish up a few little things here and there today. I've used up most of the scrap in the rafters, so I don't really need to do much there. Some buckets I want to go through, some little shelves. Anyway, I think this is going to be it. This is the end of our road. Had a new neighbor, and they made us cookies and brought them over the other. So I'm trying to finish them up before my wife finds the last of them. So let's see. I think the point of all this was to see or to show that just slow and steady, little bites, and eventually you can get any project done. I've had a blast cleaning my garage. That's a first. I've had a blast seeing people watch it, comment or like it, or maybe they just pick something up from it, like how to make a glue thing. I don't know. I was gonna try and fill all this in with tools before I was done, but fact is, I don't want to rush and just put anything up there. So use your imagination. I do have an idea for some other things coming up. I'm gonna record some things, but I don't know is they're gonna be worthy for the YouTube. So I'll determine that later. There's no rush today. My coffee and my cookies are taking up all my time, and let's see. Never did introduce you guys, but this here's Danny. Hi, Danny. I'll show it to you. So, before I get started, more likely before I forget, I always preferred Roy Underhill in the Yankee Workshop. Nothing against Norm and his craftsmanship, my God, but I liked how he used hand tools. But there was a story about him picking up his daughter when you're at college, and while he was waiting for her to come out of the dorm, he sat there looking and he saw a dumpster that they had thrown a bunch of pallets in, and he realized, wait a minute, that's some good wood in there. So here's this guy, Mr. PBS, climbs up in the dumpster, and he's figuring out how to load all this wood into his car while his poor, imagine the embarrassment on that teenage girl when she came down and her dad's dumpster diving. I love that story. So anyway, that nudged him over the edge in my book as being my favorite, but I'm still want to hear what you think. So without dilly-dallying, I'm going to finish my cookies and then we'll get started. Good girl. Not worthy of a whole lot of filming, but this was packed with stuff. I threw away so much junk that was up there, and that bucket, my project bucket, emptied it out, found a whole bunch of screws, found my pouch, my hardware pouch, and my tool pouch, which I just dropped because I was going to show you. It's there, and it fits. I had to take it out a little bit. I found my shop apron, so maybe I'll stay in a few less clothes and my wife will be a little happier. So we're getting there. I wanted to show you, I did do a couple of little shelves. They're just light duty for, I'm working on the bench, I want to keep it clear. I can put things on the shelf. And I went ahead and threw a spare bullet level, a square, and a tape measure and a pencil up there. So if I open it up and I'm doing a quick project, I don't have to go grab those like it's so far. I don't have to go digging around in there. I have one right here at the project table. And all these, I have these, you've seen the wires a lot, these clip-on task lights. I have one there and I have one shining brightly down on my workbench over there. Well, I put this one above and look at that. I can actually see what I'm doing when I'm measuring, laying out lines. That's a miracle. What a great use. And I can move it like over to the lathe when I want to do some turning. So I love these things, and they're damn cheap. Some last details. Yeah, I do need to fix that. It's a project. I couldn't get rid of them. I can use them outside. I've had those for a long time, along with this piece of painted up plywood I've done so many projects on, and I don't think that they have seen the end of their life. And that plywood is the one that just made those shelves behind there. So getting every piece out of it. Again, things to do. I did up here without you guys, and I put all my wire up there. I took down some stuff that was just trash. I sorted my wood and my long tools that are going to stay in here for now. Those shelves I did, they associate with the things below. This one here is a couple of saws I need to sharpen and set the teeth on, and some PPE, dust masks, knee pads. So just a little bit of a mishmash up there, and I'm probably going to refine it. But again, that's not worth your time. Sorted all the things that go with the things are above the things. Is that awesome? And as you know, my board, I love my board. It came out better than I could have expected, with room to grow, and I'm going to wait and see what I really want to put up there. I think next week I'm going to do a couple of turning projects that I've been waiting to get done, and get back to carving in the basement for a while. I hung up my porthole. I hung up my shop apron, like I said, place for my jacket now when I get this place warmed up a little bit, and the never-ending hardware sorting. So that's kind of the full tour, as it were. Again, this isn't for those mega shops. This is when you're working with what you got and you don't plan on getting more. So I hope you enjoy, and I will see you later. It's done. Kind of fitting. Well, friends, I think we've reached the end of this journey. We did it together. By my recollection, there's 13 videos. There's 14 active work days in the garage. Maybe I missed one. Let's say 15 days. That's a long time, but where it was at the beginning, and I'm not gonna, maybe I will put a picture here to show you. I probably won't. But you remember if you came along. Speaking of, if you've been here since the beginning of this debacle of a video series, I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. If you just stopped in and this is the first time you're seeing it, or the second or third time, I still appreciate it. If you watch 2 minutes of my videos and couldn't stomach it, still appreciate it. It's been so much fun. I have some projects lined up in my shed, in my basement, that I'm gonna tackle. I might record them, but this is gonna play out for a couple more weeks of uploading to YouTube, and we'll see. Maybe I'll get brave and post more, but if not, it's been great having you along in my little garage. It's been great meeting you through the comment sections, and have a great New Year's. Well, no, see, we're past that already too. Hey, have a great 2025, and go ahead and take on a project. Take it on, and just like eat an elephant, one bite at a time, okay? Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.